Junction. Today, Michael Jordan finally picked a side. Earlier in his career, in his lifetime, he never took a stand on social issues. Recently, he came out and he said he no longer remains silent. He, in essence, he literally went against the police officers that are killing black people unlawfully and, just killing innocent people for no reason. And in addition, he also condemned those killers of those police officers who didn't necessarily have anything to do with the minorities that were killed by corrupt officers. And it was very refreshing to see him take a stand, and especially somebody of his influence, because it shows that he's not strictly about the money. And speaking of that, he put his money where his mouth was. He donated $1 million to the NAACP and $1 million to the police task force, so they could, the internal affairs, so they can have better investigations, and in terms of the NAACP, so they could bring forth best practice. All of this is just an olive branch that he's trying to bridge the gap with just a little bit of cash. I mean, $1 million here, $1 million there is not necessarily going to change the world, but it makes a difference. I got to commend Carmelo Anthony, I got to commend Chris Paul, got to commend LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. These guys, they need to be leaders. They need to show the youth, like, there's more to us than just basketball. We believe in this. We have children. The same way that so-and-so lost their father, that could have been me. The same way that, that person lost their son, that could have been my son. That could have been Carmelo's son. That could have been LeBron's son. Nobody is exempt to it. Even Michael Jordan's father was murdered. See what I'm saying? So nobody is exempt to the killings. Nobody is exempt to the violence. And I'm glad that MJ took a stand. I'm exceptionally happy that Carmelo Anthony took a stand. LeBron, you have to take a stand, and you have to say right is right and wrong is wrong. Officers killing black people, that's wrong. And black people being victimized to it, they're more likely to go through that than any other race. I mean, minorities in general, just they're more likely to go through that. That's wrong. But in addition to that, killing innocent officers that have nothing to do with another officer's misdealings, that's wrong as well. The things, here's what you got to understand. White, black, yellow, whatever your color is, we all have some of the same things. We have 10 fingers, we have 10 toes, we have a wife, we have a father, we have a mother, we have a brother, we have kids, we have sons, daughters. When you kill somebody out of ignorance and out of hate, you don't just kill one person. You kill an entire family. Because that means somebody's son is not going to get to see their dad or their mom. That means somebody's wife is not going to be able to see their husband. Somebody's husband is not going to be able to see their wife. It's deeper than what we think it is. And MJ's gesture is just part of one of the many gestures that we need to see. We need to see people of influence really dive and put their hands into this thing. See what I'm saying? Because, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they're rolling around in their graves because all these people that have so much influence, they're scared to take a stand and say, this isn't right. I don't agree with this because of the money. But here's the thing. These guys, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, when they died, they didn't care about the money. They cared about the future of their children. And I feel like MJ is showing that I care about the future of my children. Carmelo Anthony, I care about the future of Cayenne. Dwayne Wade, I care about the future of Zaire. Like Chris Paul, I care about the future of my kids. Like LeBron, same thing. You gotta understand that your life is finite. Maybe 80 to 100 years. People still have to continue to live. And if you're on this earth and you don't want to make it a better place, then what's the point of being here? And I feel like Michael Jordan's gesture displayed just that. And, he opened up about his own pain. And I know there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of pain. I mean, on both sides. You have young black men and who just scared to go outside now. And then you have police officers who are scared to do their jobs because they feel they can be targeted, even if they don't have anything to do with it. It's like they gotta pay for the sins of somebody else. That's not right. So hopefully this will open up a huge dialogue, and both sides can come together, because it's only one race. Really, it's the human race. And if we can't commingle, if we can't get it together, then forget about it. These are my thoughts on MJ's gesture. Let me know what you think. Do you think that it was the right thing to do? Do you think it was authentic? Do you think it was genuine? Do you feel like he misstepped? Do you commend him? I want to know what you have to say about this. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Peace.